Hello and welcome, dear viewers. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Gurmai, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Assessment meeting on progress of reconciliation committees. Exhibition in connection with Operation Fenkil commemoration. US forces withdraw from key Syria base. And European Parliament approves $100 billion loan for Ukraine. On your domestic and brief. Assessment meetings chaired by Mrs. Fawzia Hashim, Minister of Justice, were conducted in the northern and southern Red Sea regions. The meetings were organized in the port cities of Massawa and Asab. At the meeting, in which members of the reconciliation committees and sub-zonal administrators took part, it was reported that the program centered on the traditions and values of society has made significant contributions to resolving disputes and enjoys wide public acceptance. A call was also made to conduct sustainable awareness-raising activities to ensure the continuity of the program. Youth who participated in the meetings as moderators on family law and related issues indicated that the event provided them with an opportunity to become familiar with those serving their communities, as well as to better understand the deeply rooted values and living traditions of the Eritrean people. At the meeting, it was noted that reconciliation is a process that satisfies all parties, ensures lasting solutions to disputes, and promotes enduring harmony and unity by addressing grievances and offenses. These were described as noble values of Eritrean society that should be preserved and transferred to future generations. In the northern Red Sea region, there are 515 reconciliation committees operating in 103 administrative areas, while in the southern Red Sea region, there are 150 reconciliation committees in 30 administrative areas. An exhibition in connection with the 36th anniversary of the Operation Fenkil commemoration was opened this morning in the port city of Massawa under the theme ERi-Fenkil Operation, Heritage for Generations. The opening ceremony was attended by Mr. Toldek Lati, Minister of Marine Resources, and other senior officials of the northern Red Sea region. The exhibition, which included photo displays by the Ministry of Defense and the Eritrean Naval Forces, as well as products from the Ministry of Marine Resources, public institutions, and student performances and youth village displays, was officially opened by Mrs. Asmert Abraha, Governor of the Northern Red Sea region. According to reports, as part of the celebratory events, a half-marathon competition will be held tomorrow morning, 13th February, with the participation of athletes from Eritrea, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, and South Sudan. The 36th anniversary commemoration of Operation Fenkil, which commences with sports competitions, will be held from 13th to 15th February and will feature various programs. Nationals in the Italian cities of Rome, Milano, Bari, Catania, Pisa, Parma, Verona, Napoli, and Palermo, in Rotterdam and Zwolle in Netherlands, as well as in Juba, South Sudan, commemorated the 36th anniversary of Operation Fenkil with patriotic zeal under the theme Heroic Fenkil Operation, Heritage for Generations. At the commemoration event in Milano, Mr. Mahatsen Taklesambet, Eritrea's Consul General, stated that Operation Fenkil, conducted 36 years ago, signaled to both the international community and Eritreans in inevitability of Eritrean independence. He also called for transferring the heroic victory to future generations. According to reports, nationals in the Italian cities of Padova, Firenze, and Torino will commemorate the event on 15th February. Likewise, at the commemoration events organized by Eritrean nationals in Rotterdam and Zwolle, the Netherlands, Mr. Issa Menasse, Head of Public and Community Affairs, stated that Operation Fenkil, which heralded the ultimate goal of national independence, will be commemorated every year with patriotic zeal. He called on every Eritrean to renew their pledge to contribute their due share in national affairs. Nationals in Juba, Republic of South Sudan, enthusiastically commemorated the 36th anniversary of Operation Fenkil through various programs despite the occasion. Speaking at the event, Mr. Ramadan Ahmeddin, Head of Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, called on nationals to strengthen their participation and contribution in national affairs. In related news, the Eritrean community in Sheffield, UK organized a seminar focusing on the objective situation in the homeland, as well as regional and global developments. At the seminar, Mr. Tolda Johannes, Head of Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, provided an extensive briefings on the progress of national development programs. He also called for strengthening organizational capacity and preserving national culture and identity. At the event, participants expressed their readiness to play their due part in the implementation of the ERi boarding school project. The Eritrean community in Jeddah and its environs conducted its 2025 activity assessment meeting on 5th February. At the event, Mr. Abdelkader Malke, chairman of the Eritrean community, presented a report on the achievements registered and challenge encountered. Similarly, the Eritrean community in Qatar conducted its 2025 activity assessment meeting on 6th February. On the occasion, Mr. Naamin Araya, chairman of the community, presented a detailed report focusing on achievements registered, challenges encountered, and the community's participation in national development programs. The participants conducted extensive discussions on the report presented and deliberated on programs for 2026. Dear viewers, stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. U.S. forces have withdrawn from Al-Anf military base in southeastern Syria, relocating to Jordan and handing over control of the facility to the country's new authorities, according that Syrian forces were being deployed to replace them, according to reports yesterday. A source confirmed the withdrawal, noting that U.S. troops had been moving equipment out for the past 15 days. He added that U.S. forces would continue to coordinate with the base in Al-Anf from Jordan. The Al-Anf garrison, established in 2016, sits at the strategic tri-border junction of Syria, Jordan, and Iraq along the M2 Baghdad-Damascus highway. In other news, the European Parliament yesterday approved a €90 billion loan for Ukraine, swiftly greenlighting a major financial support package aimed at sustaining Kyiv's public services and defense capabilities. Of the total amount, €30 billion will be provided as macroeconomic support, either via macro-financial assistance or through the Ukraine facility. The European Union's dedicated instrument designed to deliver stable and predictable financial support to Kyiv. The remaining €60 billion will be used to bolster Ukraine's defense industrial capacity and support the procurement of military equipment, providing Ukraine with timely access to defense products from both Ukrainian and European Union defense industries. The package must still be formally approved by the European Union Council before the Commission can disburse the first tranche of funds, expected in the early second quarter of 2026. In December, European Union leaders agreed after weeks of negotiations to finance Ukraine for 2026 and 2027 through borrowing on capital markets. The decision followed a failure among member states to reach consensus on using frozen Russian assets directly to support Ukraine. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for the session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Assessment meetings on progress of reconciliation committees. Exhibition in connection with Operation Fenkil commemoration. U.S. forces withdraw from key Syria base. And the European Parliament approves $100 billion loan for Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed one.